Well, guys, I say better late than never. We're going to be talking about the Hermès eyeshadow quads and mascara. These were released maybe a month or so ago, and I got 3 of the eyeshadow quads and 1 mascara. So, just to show you the packaging, very typical Hermès packaging. We've got the outer box packaging, and then we have the beautiful orange box inside. And then there is the Hermès little dust bag that the eyeshadows will come in. Same deal with the mascara. We'll get to the mascara in just a bit. So, like I said, I ordered 3 of the eyeshadow quads. I ordered them off of Nordstrom, I believe. I did order them a while ago, but I just haven't gotten around to filming this video. I apologize. So I got number 3, 5, and 6. So I have to admit, I thought that the compact of these eyeshadows were going to be more like the size of like their bronzer. So here's the bronzer just for comparison, and here's the eyeshadow quad. So these are like the size of their blushes. Here is number 3, which is Ombre Fauve, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing all of these beautiful French words. But here are some swatches for this one. Really gorgeous, really gorgeous. I'm excited to try these out because these do swatch really beautifully. Here is number 5, Ombre Fumé. Very excited for this one. You guys knew I'd be picking this one up. Really pretty. And then number 6 is Ombre Madore. I was debating between this one and a different one. I can't remember, but I ended up getting this because I really liked this shade up here. Anyway, we'll be playing with all of these. And let me just mention the mascara that I got. So Hermès also came out with a mascara and came out with like a bunch of different colors, which I thought was really exciting. You know, when it comes to Hermès, I don't really envision like very colorful, playful makeup. Their packaging is, but I feel like their makeup is, you know, it's a little subdued. And so I was pleasantly surprised that they came out with all of these different shades of mascara. So here is the orange box, and here is the mascara packaging. This is beautiful. I love this long, slender gold tube. And here is the wand. So I got the shade Rouge H because I don't know if you guys remember, this was maybe a couple of holiday seasons ago, but Dior came out with a mascara. I still have it. I don't put it on because it's too old, but it's shade 664. And it was this kind of brick red. I just thought it was so pretty on the lashes. It was definitely something you could see, but it wasn't too obvious. It was almost like, oh, like what's going on with her eyes? And so I thought maybe this could have the same effect. So we'll see. This shade is a little bit more cranberry. The Dior one was a little bit more like burnt. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. All right, let's try out these eyeshadows. So let's start with number 3. Again, that's the one with the peach in there. And I do like this pan with the squares and the round, the circles. I wasn't sure at first. I was like, oh, that looks a little weird. Like, why didn't they just make it all round, make it all square? But it's growing on me. It doesn't bother me necessarily, but I'm not like, ooh, I love that. Okay. All right, I'm gonna start with this shade up here, which is like a demi matte shade. It's not too flat matte, too dry. And I'm gonna put this pretty much all over my lid. And I'm using my BK Beauty 502 brush. This is the travel version, but it's the 502 brush. Okay, so far pigmentation is very nice. I was gonna put this all over my lid, but I think I'm just gonna focus this on the outer corner because I still have this peach shade, which I actually wanna kind of fill in the rest of my lid with. So here is that shade. Very nice. I'm trying to see if it's like warming up on my lid a little bit. I don't think so. I think it's staying true to color. I'm going to grab the BK Beauty 211 brush and go into the peach shade here. And I'm just adding that to the rest of my lid from the inner corner over to the center of my lid. Yeah, I think these are very well pigmented and they're blending out really nicely. Now I'm going to take my BK Beauty 504 brush and go into the deep brown shade here. They don't have shade names, right? No, no shade names. And I'm just gonna pick up a little bit and just add it to my outer corner here. And I'm gonna take that same 504 brush and go into the first shade that I used and actually drag it underneath my lash line here a little bit. Now I'm just going to take my finger and go into this shimmery shade. This is the only shade with any kind of reflect in it in this particular quad. And so I don't think the shade was necessarily designed to be a topper. It has a little bit more opacity than that, but I'm kind of using it in that way. I'm just sort of lightly tapping it over the other shades. Actually, you can see how opaque it is because it's pretty much blanked out the peach, which I didn't really mean to do. So that's good to know. I'm gonna just pick up a little bit of the peach here and just tap on top. Maybe mix it in a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. I like the effect that I that I just kind of randomly created because I thought the peach on its own looked a little bit like, I don't know, just like my eye was irritated, but with this kind of silvery gold on top, it's nice. It's nice. It like brought down the peach a little bit. I really like this satiny shade. It's gorgeous. It's very smooth. So I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm really excited to use this mascara. Now this is called the Revitalizing Care Mascara, Lash to Lash Volume. It doesn't say anything about being waterproof or anything like that, but it does say that it's long lasting, natural volume mascara, densified, lengthened, and curled lashes, extended and defined lash line. Formula made with 97% ingredients of natural origin infused with plant oils, suitable for sensitive eyes. All right. Now this mascara formula is a little bit on the wet side, which is not my favorite. But let's see how quickly it sets down. And I'm gonna zoom in here and hopefully you can see the lighting, of course, is not great to catch like a little bit of a hint of red off of my eyelashes, but there is a little bit of a hint. And it's almost, and I felt this way with the Dior mascara too. It's like the way I think a brown mascara would actually affect my lashes. Because when I put on brown mascara, I feel like you can't really tell. It just looks like a softer version of a black mascara. But this, I feel like you can actually see a little bit of a tint. And that's, I don't know, I really like that. I don't think it's holding up my curl as much as my waterproof mascaras or like my Surratt Noir Lash Tint. This one, yeah, I feel like my lashes are kind of like flattening down. Let me try curling them after the fact here. All right, let's see if that stays. All right, so that is shade number 3. I'm gonna do a different quad on this eye. All right, so let's move on to number 5. So here's Ombre Fume. This is just such a great, like, neutral cool tone palette. I love this. Okay. All right, I'm gonna start with this shade. Again, this is like a demi-matte shade. And I'm just gonna start the inner corner here. Start adding a little bit of depth. There. Have a nice like light layer of that all over my lid. I brought it up kind of high. And yeah, I focused it on the inner corner here, but it's pretty much all over my lid. And then I'm gonna go into this deeper shade here. And this one is more of like a satin finish. And just adding that to my outer corner. Smoking that out a bit. Alrighty, what a great like evening look. And then I'm gonna go into the deep shade here. I'm starting with the BK Beauty 504 brush. This is a nice, like really small blender. So you get a concentrated application of it. But I may move to a pencil brush because I really want to get it into my lash line. Then I'm going to take whatever is left over on my brush and drag it along my lower lash line. I'm going to take that Refer number 3 pencil brush and really get into my lash line. I'm going to go under my lashes and into the lash line. Wow, this is such a like daytime, evening kind of look. But here is number 5, Ombre Fumé. Oh, let me put on some mascara with that. Let's see. Oh, I think you can see the red in here more because it's against that like black eyeshadow. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. I really hope so. All right, so number 5 and number 3. Should I go out like this today, guys? Okay, I'm gonna wash all of this off and then we'll try number 6. Okay, slate is clean. My eyes are a little irritated. I don't think it's from the washing. I have such bad allergies. Anyway, here we are, fresh start for number 6, Ombre Mordore. I just want to call it Mordor, if any of you are Lord of the Rings fans. Anyway, here is this palette again. And gosh, I don't know where to start. So this one has 2 shimmery shades. So I think actually I'll start with this red shade. This actually may be a really, really wonderful complement to the mascara. All right, let's give this a shot. All right, starting on the outer corner here. And blending that in. All of these shadows so far are working really beautifully. Just decent level of pigmentation. They blend out nicely. I don't see, you know, any fallout or anything. I don't see a ton of kick up in the pan either, you know, so they're not like super soft or anything. Oh, I should do both eyes, right? Let me do both eyes. All right, I'm going to take a flat shader. I'm going to go into the gold shade here. I'm going to focus that on the center of my lid. Now this shade, I mean, I'm getting some decent payoff, but I do think it's pressed a little bit hard in here, and I'm already getting a little bit of hard pan. Do you see that? And this is my first dip in with a clean, dry brush. So I'm just curious if that's going to get worse. The payoff I'm getting is very pretty though. Yeah, I just hope I don't have to like scrape the top of this. I don't like doing that. I mean, who does, right? This would actually be a really pretty Lunar New Year look with the red and the gold. I'm taking a fresh flat shader brush. Again, this is a Refer number 2. I'm going into the other shimmery shade here. And yeah, I'm having the same situation with this one. I wonder if I didn't notice it in the other 2, because I used my finger in this one, and well, I did use a different brush with this silver one. Yeah, I used like a blender brush, which has like a softer touch. I'm gonna take a different flat shader brush. I'm just gonna go into this silver shade. Yeah, I guess I'm seeing the same thing. So maybe it's the density of the brush, but I feel like sometimes that's the best way to pick up a metallic shade. You're really gonna get the best payoff. All right. So there's that lighter shade going into the gold. Yeah, these shimmers they're quite nice. They look really, really nice on the lid. Pretty, okay. Let me go back to pencil brush. I've got a clean Refer number 3 brush. And I'm going to go into the dark brown shade. And I'm just going to line my eyes. And I'm going to drag this along my lower lash line. There. So that's the eyeshadow for number 6. Let me curl my lashes. All right. Well, those are all 3 of the eyeshadow quads that I got and that mascara. I really like the quality of these eyeshadows. I enjoyed using them. I enjoyed all of the looks that I got. I think my favorite 2 is 5 and 6. I liked number 3, but that peach, there's a really strong like orange, yellowy kind of base to it. And I think it just, without me using the shimmer shade to kind of dampen it a little bit, I felt like my eye just looked a little bit like it was irritated. So I don't know if this shade, it just isn't for me. Not to say anything about the quality of the quad. I think it performed really beautifully. And I do like, I mean, aside from this peach, I do like these 3 shades. So love the quality, love the shades. I am only concerned about these satiny kind of metallic shades. You can probably really see now that a little bit of hard pan is already developing. So I was using a dense brush like we just witnessed. So the dense brush does that. If you want to try and avoid that, the hard pan, I would use a fluffier brush. You probably won't pick up as much product, but that's okay. You can just kind of keep going in. Or your finger, because I don't feel like I saw, so long as your finger is clean. If there's any sort of moisture, you're going to start to get that. But I didn't really see that much hard pan develop on this one when I used my finger. So that's it. That's my very quick assessment. Oh, the mascara. I really like the color, and I really like the lengthening it does. Volumizing, it's a little bit light, but that's okay for me. I know some people really like volumizing mascaras. That's not really for me, so I do feel like this formula is more for someone like myself who wants just sort of like a lighter look and lengthened lashes. My only issue is it does not keep the curl too much. And I need that. I have very straight lashes. But other than that, I really like the color. I think it's super fun. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know this video is a little bit late considering when this came out, but I thought perfect for gift giving season because who doesn't want a little orange box? Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.